So we're looking at vision analysis. Now, when you hear the word vision, what comes to mind? It's a very popular word that we use all the time. Vision and vision and vision. It's very common. We hear it all the time. We say it all the time. But today we're going to be really looking at what vision is itself and the importance of vision in our lives as individuals. Is it really necessary? Is vision really necessary? So those are the kind of things that we're going to be learning today. Now let's look at this. Ellen Keller's story is quite a fantastic story. Ellen Keller was born. Shortly after she was born, she could not see and she could not hear. She was deaf, and blind. Unfortunately, you will have wondered, being blind is bad enough. Then the fact that you are blind, then you are still now deaf. You can't hear. But eventually, before she died, she became a global influence. She became an author, she became a lecturer, and it was even more influential and popular than people that have two eyes wide open and they could hear. So look at what Ellen Keller said. Ellen Keller said, the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. I want you to meditate on that a little bit. He said, you will know how bad it is because you are not blind. So from a blind person's perspective, he says, the only thing worse than being blind is having sight, but what? No vision. So what Ellen Keller is trying to say is that a lot of people have sight, but there's no what? No vision. So the vision I'm talking about now is not the ability for you to see, which is also vision. That's biological. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you will know the vision I'm talking about just now. Now, what is vision? Now, some people have said things about vision, which I would like us to know. Now, somebody defined vision as a mental picture of the future. It's an idea of what the future can hold, but has not yet happened. Now, I come again. Vision is a mental picture of the future. It's an idea of what the future can hold, but has not yet happened. The next one is, vision is the ability to see people, places, and things, not the way they are, but the way the way they could be. That is by Dr. Sam Adeyemi. I love that definition. He said, vision is the ability to see people and places and things, not the way they are, but the way they could be. All right? What you are seeing now is 10, but that thing could be 50, could be 100, could be 1,000. That's vision. Now, finally, I love the way Bishop David Oyedepo put it. He said, vision is the discovery of purpose. Vision is the discovery of purpose. Now, if I ask you, what is purpose? We use it a lot. Purpose, vision. But what exactly is purpose? In a short word, purpose is the reason why something exists. Now, that's purpose. Now, the purpose of a chair is the reason why a chair exists. The purpose of this light is the reason why the light exists. No man is a biological accident, regardless of your parentage. There's a reason why you are in the world. That is called purpose. Purpose is the reason why something exists. Nothing in this world is permitted to exist without a purpose. Everything you can see, you can feel, you can touch, you can hear exists for a purpose. You might not know the purpose, but that does not mean it does not have a reason or a purpose for living. Now, that leaf behind your house that you don't even know the name, do you know that it might be a cure to cancer? It might be. You don't know. So everything created has a reason for why it's created. So now let's look at vision in my own definition. Vision is anything you are inspired, motivated, burdened, or divinely mandated to do to make life easier or better for other people. Vision is anything you are inspired, motivated, burdened to do to make life easier for other people. So vision is about others, it's not about you. A lot of people don't know the difference between dreams, goals, and vision. See, dreams are a mental picture of the future of what you want to become. You know, you say you want to have a car, you want to live in a mansion, you want to marry this kind of person. Those are dreams, which they are quite legitimate. But when it comes to vision, vision is about what you are going to do to make life easier for other people. Now, the difference between vision and ambition is ambition is about yourself, vision is about others. So vision is anything you are inspired, motivated to do to make life easier for other people. Life easier and what? What? Better for other people. How many of you trekked from your house to this place today? How many of you? Now, you were in a car, right? The person that invented that car, do you know his name? He's dead. And he's still making life easier for you. That's vision. The AC that you stay in, and some of you sleep overnight in an AC, in an AC house, you get refreshed in the night. The guy that makes your life easier is already dead. Vision is anything you are inspired to do to make life easier for other people. So, now let's look at what Eliot said. Why do we live? What do we live for? If not to make life less difficult for others. Now, I want us to ponder on that. What do we live for? If not making life less difficult for others. Imagine you are going to be standing throughout GBF today. You imagine what will have happened to your legs. The chair is bringing what to you? Comfort. The microphone here is making you to hear me better. So everything, products, things you buy is making life easier and better for you. So that was why he says that, what is the essence of life? If you don't make life less difficult for others. So vision is all about improving lives, transforming lives, and impacting life. If you are not doing any of these three, then you don't have a vision. What you have is illusion or ambition. If what you are doing does not improve life, does not transform life, does not impact life, then it's not vision. Because vision by definition must make life better. And I'm going to be showing you examples of those visions very soon. Now, let us look at things we need to know about vision. Number one, vision provides bearing for your life. Now, every human being is sailing on the ocean of life. Without vision, you will just be sailing and sailing till all your resources are depleted and then you die. Vision is the navigating instrument on the ocean of life. Without vision, you will do 2 years, a little bit. They say there's money in this business. You do it for 2 years. There's no money. You run away from there. 2 years of your life is gone. Then you do another one for 3 years. Before you know it, 5 years are gone. You have still not found your bearing. You don't use sight on the ocean. You use what? Compass. Vision is the compass of an individual. Any individual that does not have vision has no compass. You can think everything is going on well for you. You are still young. But I tell you, as you grow up, your energy level drops. In 15 years, you will notice that what you have been doing is you are wasting your life. And that 15 years, you can't buy it again. If you have an accident, you lose your car, you can buy that car again. If 15 years is taken out of your life, you can't get it again, no matter how wealthy you are. So vision gives you ability to navigate in the ocean of life. What am I going to do with my life? Where am I going? I don't know whether you see them happening to you. Somewhere you get to a car park and you see elderly women. And what are they doing? They are begging you. Now the question is that what were they doing when they were younger? They had depleted their youth. The Bible advised that you should carry your weight when you are young. But how can a 55-year-old woman be begging at car park? What was she doing when she was 25? What was she doing when she was 30? What was she building? So everybody just think, okay, you figure it out. You can't figure it out in life. You have to learn your way to success in life. All of us will grow older together because growing is biological. But it's not all of us that will succeed. By God's grace, if all of us here, we are alive, in 5 years, you'll be 5 years your age. But that does not mean you are going to be successful. No. So vision provides bearing for you. You know where you are going at a young age. You are not beating around the bush. You are hitting the notes and you are building the block towards where you are going. Because success is a sprint. Is what? Is a marathon. Anybody that it takes 20 years to be an overnight success. It takes how many years? 20 solid years. 2 decades. Decade twice for you to be an overnight. You see, I'm teaching my lungs out now. I'm shouting. So when I begin to do it globally, they say, that guy is lucky. They didn't know that it doesn't happen like that. There's always a process behind things. A baby that you love, that you are throwing up, go and ask the woman. She carried it for 9 months. But nobody will see that you carry the baby and say, this baby is fine, it's chubby. Ask the mother how many months it took that baby to stay in that tummy. So life, you're not just going to have it rosy in life by chance. No. You have to plan your life. You have to be intentional. And it's vision that gives you the ability. A sailor without a compass cannot sail. No matter even the full tank, even though his tank is full. If it moves, ocean is it's endless. You need to know where you are going or else your fuel will finish. Because water is everywhere. So a sailor cannot say, oh boy, make we just the sail come out. No. That means you are going for death. You must sail with a map. You must sail with a compass. This is where we are. This is where we are going, and this is how long we need to get where we are going. So vision provides what? Bearing for our life. Don't worry. You see a lot of young people that are wasting up their life. Don't worry. Come back after 10 years. You will see how frustrated they will be. Because their essence of when they are meant to be deploying resources, aligning themselves, making progress, they are busy playing and joking away. You can't eat your cake and have it. Life is not designed that way. Life is not what? It's not designed that way. Amen. So let's look at the second thing. Your greatness is tied to a vision. If you desire to be great in life, it is tied to a vision. Greatness will not just drop on you like a ripe cherry. We all want to be great, but it's not going to be dropped to you. It takes responsibility to be great. Some of you want to be popular. Some of you want influence. It's not going to happen. There's a way that leads to it. Any greatness that you desire is tied to what? A vision. Now, let's look at this. There was a story, very interesting story. Jesus Christ was a very influential leader when he was around. He had 12 disciples, and 2 of them, they spoke to their mom. 2 young person, they spoke to them and said, Mommy, you know that it's like Jesus always listens to you when you talk. Please, can you come and meet Jesus so that you can help us, how do they say it, rap Jesus so that my brother will sit on the right, so that me will sit on the left, and Jesus will sit on the middle. If we talk now, Jesus will take us serious, but if you follow body, you add mouth to it. So Jesus will. So the mother also went there for the bidding of her son. And they got there and they were trying to, Jesus was the signature of the eye, all eyes is there, and he was the point man, So there was influence, there was everything, Jesus was on everybody's lips. So these 2 young boys also want influence. They wanted to also do selfie with Jesus and go and post on their Instagram page, me and Jesus, 5 and 6. So they wanted political influence. So one said, I will sit by the side. Another one said, I'll sit by. Jesus said, that's not your problem. If you can swallow what I swallow, you can sit beside me. But nevertheless, I don't have, say on that. And then the other 10 guys became very angry that, what's wrong with you? Is it only you that want to be a celeb? We too want to be celeb now. So they became very angry. So Jesus saw that they also love influence. They want to be known and recognized. They want greatness. So Jesus now made a statement. He said, he that will be great among you, let him do what? Let him serve. Vision is all about serving, because it's all about what? Other people. So if you serve people, you will be great. You can serve your way into greatness. That's what Jesus was telling them. Now, let's look at vision is what? Your greatness in life. Whatever greatness means to you. Maybe influence, wealth, maybe popularity. You know there's a difference between popularity and influence. You can be popular and might not be influential. You might not be popular and you'll be very influential. So all those things are, they write that if you are a very stupid person, if you have nuisance value, people will know you can make a content. You can be an entertainer. But that does not make you influential. Now, he said, but he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. So you should serve, you can serve your way into greatness. Now, let's look at what happened here. Martin Luther King said something. He said, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. So service is the pathway to greatness. And what is service? Taking care of others, making life easier for others, improving lives, impacting life, transforming life. That is what is called what? Service. So if you want to be great, here comes the pathway for you. Find something to do. Serve. Find one way to serve. Serve people. Serve people. And that is the path to greatness. Now, let's see what happened. Who is this? Barack Obama. Barack Obama studied law in Harvard. Very smart young man. So he got a job in Manhattan, in New York City, as in a consulting firm. But as he was doing the job, if he had a deep-seated thought, deep-seated, conviction that he's not meant to be here. So he told an elderly man in his office that, sir, I want to resign. And the man said, you want to do what? I want to resign. That one said, okay, you're a young man, you are being paid well, you're doing a good job. How many of you can hear me? Can hear me? You're being paid well, you are doing a great job. Where are you going? He said, I want to go and do community organizing. That one said, community organizing. I want to mobilize the poor in my environment. To mobilize the poor in your environment. What do you want to do with the mobilization of poor? So what Obama was telling that man is that I want to serve. I want to go into the community and see their problems and see how I can help them. And he resigned his 9 to 5. I'm not saying you should go and resign your job. I'm just telling you a story. And I'm going to come down there. Now, if you have to, maybe you have to, but follow my line of story. In a very good consulting firm, and he started community organizing. So that elderly man in the office said, how are you going to be paid? He said, I don't know. How are you going to be fed? I don't know. He left his work when he was not sure where his next salary was going to come from. That was a man driven by what? Vision. Years later, he made history. If he was in that, there's nothing bad in working in a consulting firm. Do you think he would have become president? No. If he had stayed in that consulting firm, be making money, he will have clothes, or he will have suit, or he will have shoes, but he will never become the president. Because the path to greatness is service. He resigned to begin to serve in the community. He began to serve people, mobilizing the poor in the black communities, and then one thing led to another, one thing led to another, one thing led to another, and he became the first, African American president in the history. I don't know when they're not going to get the next one. Very young man. That is the power of vision. Some of you are here and say, hey, how will I eat? Eh? How will I drink? How will I pay my rent? You see, life, you have to be intentional. All right. So, that is who is on the left? Who's on the right? One of the greatest gifts vision is going to give to you is the ability for generation beyond you to even know you when you are gone. This is a South African man, but he was never known. The same country, the same blood. Don't say it will happen to you. It will happen to you if you don't do what we are talking about here. I deliberately didn't put name there. By picture, you are naming somebody that is dead, that is not in your country. The same picture, another person, all what you saw was mustache. They are both South Africa. How come you know one? You don't know one other one. The Mandela took 27 years of his life to pursue a vision. What was the vision? Equality in South Africa. Can you do it? In pain, in deep obscurity, in loneliness. You see that thing he paid for, that is the ability that makes you recognize him without his name. That is what he had paid for. As long as heaven and earth remain, Mandela's name will always be part of us. Because how can somebody give 27 years of his life to his people? What was he looking for? It wasn't about Nelson Mandela. It was about the South African. He was fighting against apartheid, that our people must be free. They suffered him. He lived in great deprivation. But you see, vision is designed to reward you. And one of the reward vision will give to you is the fact that with your picture alone, people can recognize you. There are no countries, major countries in the world, that major things are not named after Mandela. Some of them, squares, buildings, roads, named after him. Even when he's dead. Streets, even in this Abuja. Because a man took the path of what? Vision. Now, you don't have to go to jail for 27 years for vision. But you are willing to do what it takes. If you are going to be hungry, please you have to be hungry. Like Obama. 6 months after Obama resigned his work, he didn't know where his food was going to come from. He didn't know how he was going to eat. But today, that is not Obama's story. So, the next thing you need to know about vision is that everybody is created to pursue a vision. Everybody is created. You can't say, I don't have vision. It's not possible. You are created to pursue it. Although you might not know it, you might not identify it, you might not discover it, but you are designed to pursue a vision. You are not here to just come and eat. You buy a car, you marry, and you die. It's a waste of existence. If you look at life, if you don't have a vision, life will be a liability to you. You have to pay to eat, pay to buy clothes, pay for. Did I force myself? I didn't say I want to come to this world. I must pay for everything. So if you don't have a life of purpose and vision, life will be meaningless to you. You might even want to take your life. Because to eat, you must pay. To housing, rent, you will pay. Clothes, you must pay. Everything is paying for the world. So it will get difficult, and it might get to a point you are just even tired of life. But a life of purpose keeps you awake every day. That there's a reason why you are born. You are not a biological accident. Everybody is a Moses sent to an Israelite. Every human being is a Moses sent to an Israelite. Your job is to deliver some set of people. Maybe to bring comfort to them. Maybe to bring peace to them. Maybe to bring something to them. Everybody is a Moses. You are sent to some set of people. So if you don't go, those people will die in slavery, in difficulty. Because God has planted something in you, He has not given everybody. There are some gifts that God has not given every other man. It's you, only you. So if you don't use that gift for humanity, we're at a loss. Now imagine if Steve Jobs was roasting corn in Marabanyanya. Do you know that waste? He will get small money to feed his family, but do you know the waste that could have been? You know that boy now? That boy, that Steve guy where they roast corn beside the road now, he corn the sweet. But he has more to life than that. So, have you found your own part? Because everybody has a part. Everybody has a part. There's something God has given to you, He has not given anybody. So the next thing I want you to know about vision is that vision always rewards. I love that. Vision is the rewarder. You can't pursue vision and you'll be stranded. No. By design, vision is meant to reward you. Everything, all we are looking for is a reward of vision. Money, houses, cars, they are rewards of what? Of vision. If you will use your life to pursue vision, everything everybody is looking for, cars, houses, good marriage, they will follow you. And I'm going to show you how. Now, look at this story. The hero was born blind in a city of Kano. But he went to the school of the blind. So when he finished the school, there was no job. Instead of the hero to go on the street and begin to beg, you know what the hero did? He began to organize small kids in the environment and began to teach them for free. He left his own livelihood, his own life, and focused on other people. Remember, vision is about anything you are inspired, motivated, burdened to do to make life easier and better for other people. So, Dairu was educated, though he was blind. So, in local communities in Kano, he gathered those little kids, and he began to teach them. Year 1, nothing happened. Year 2, nothing happened. Year 3, nothing happened. People got to look at what's wrong with this blind boy that is just teaching people. He was not collecting tuition. He was just teaching, pouring his heart. What's wrong with this Mr. Jide? That's just here talking. This guy was just doing it. Year 4, nothing happened. Year 5, nothing happened. 6th year, nothing happened. But the 7th year, something happened. You see, vision will never leave you stranded. It has a reward system designed with it. Then all of a sudden, the governor of the state heard about him. And another big man heard about him. You know what happened? That 7th year, when it was his day of announcement, the rich man in that state gave him a brand new house. Not that enough, he sponsored him to any level of his academics, even to the PhD. Now, it would take you how many years to work in civil service or to have a house in Kano? Brand new house, sorted. Rent, no rent again. As if that was not enough, the governor gave him automatic scholarship wherever he wants to work. But the first year, people will have looked at him and said, well, why don't you go and find something to do? Vision is designed to reward you. A house in the pocket for a blind hero. And out of his student, she got a beautiful wife. That vision will also even give you a wife. The girl was willing. It's not as if they are coercing the girl, say, don't worry, It's the girl that wanted to marry. So everything a normal man that has big eyes is looking for, this guy has gotten it courtesy vision. A house in Kano, a strategic location, scholarship to study as to the height that he desires, a beautiful wife in his house, and an employment in Kano. Vision is designed to reward you. If you will pay the price of living yourself and pursuing vision, you will never be stranded. Because by design, vision is meant to what? To reward you. You might think, that's why I came so low to give you an example of something that happened on the street in Kano. This man has no pedigree. He has no big uncle, big family. No. But vision, just vision. And vision took him from the street and made him a celebrity. But it didn't happen overnight. So the Bible says, he said, don't be weary in well-doing. He said, you will reap it at due time. If you faint not. If the arrow has stopped at the 5th year, what will have happened? He had tried 5 years of volunteerism, but God always has timing for all our visitation. All man visitation has dates and time on it. If you like, if your visitation is 25 years, if you give up on the 24th year, you are on your own. Because in heaven, it is 25th year. See, if God is going to give you wealth, there's a date to it. That if they find you doing that thing you are doing, if that date comes, you just see, you wake up and then calls begin to come. Then the person you have been pursuing every day says, "Sir, give me a job." You say, "It will just call you 5 missed calls by this way. Where are you? Come to my office." Before you know it, 10 million naira job as you do. Another day, 20. You are saying, what is happening? They will use money to waylay you because your time has come. The Bible says, though as long as what? You faint. The problem is the fainting. Some of us, we start something beautiful first year. Bah, 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 bah. Yes, yeah, I'll give myself brain. Oh. Then second year, you are, Sometimes family member can even talk and say, what you are you your senses? But every divine blessing has a scheduled date. If you read your Bible very well, the Bible will always will say, by this time next year, at the appointed time. So God does not work with every time. He always works with. The problem is that calendar, God did not give calendar. It's human beings that design calendar. So God works in seasons. God does not work in January, February. That's your own. So when they will say, next season is his blessing. So in that next season, it might be maybe August by your own earthly calendar. So the Bible says, if you will not faint, you will do what? You will reap. See, reaping is dole if you won't faint. Reaping is dole if you don't fail. The reason why people don't reap is that they do what? They faint. And I don't blame people for fainting. See, you will say we don't have light in our environment. We don't have light in our house. The guy that brought electricity, do you know how many times he tried? He was doing one thing for over 10,000 times. You have not even tried anything 5 times in your life. You say, I'm not wired to do it. Who told you are not wired to do what? Hey, I'm not giving. Shut up! Go and look at history. Somebody like you sat down. He did number 1. It didn't work. Number 2, it didn't work. Number 100, it didn't work. Number 200, it didn't work. Come on, if you are the wife, what will you say? Oh boy, be a neighbor. Leave this thing alone. But no, because there's a miracle there. If you will not give up, that's what that scripture says. If you will not give up, you will reap. So there are still good bankers, tie-wearing bankers in that city. They are still paying rent every year. Dairu is living rent-free. Courtesy what? Vision. Every vision is a solution to a problem. Every vision, if your vision is not solving a problem, it's not vision. Vision is designed as a solution to a problem. Laptop is a solution to a problem. Aeroplane is a solution to a problem. Cars. This is Ford Model T. Is a solution to problem. See, before, cars were very expensive. They were like private jets. Individuals cannot buy them. Henry Ford, I'm going to show you, decided and said, it is good for people to have cars. Cars should not be for only the extremely wealthy. He now designed a car that an average person can. And that is where Americans can now drive automobiles. Now I'm going to show you examples of how this thing happened. Vision must provide solution. If it is not a solution, it is not a vision. If it is not a solution, it is not a vision. You know, people will start big complaints, and when they want to do maybe cards or sticker, they will say, write vision statement. Say, what can we write? Oh, no. That is failure. You have a vision, you build a business around a vision. You don't build business and be looking for vision. That's why your that business will collapse. Every great ministry, businesses, or career is a product of vision. No, you see, Bill Gates did not call people on the street and say, come, make we set up Microsoft. So when they gathered in Bill Gates' office on Monday morning, he said, sir, so what will we be doing? Just make una just stay here first. I go know what you go to do. Is that how they started Microsoft? No. Microsoft started with a vision, and he had a team, and the company came out of it. That is how it's meant to do. Don't start anything. What are you saying? I want to buy and sell. Then they say, what is your vision? You say, make a sleep over. By the time I sleep, no. That business will not last. It will not start, because a business is meant to come out of a vision. A ministry is meant to come out of a vision. A career is meant to come out of a vision. That's how it works. And that is why great ministries, great businesses still working today after 100 years of their existence. And your own that 5 years or less than 5 is dead. Because some of you are always, most especially in this part of the world, we are always looking for money. Anything that will not bring money, you are not interested. And the money that you have been found looking for, you have not even got it. See, the GDP of Africa as a continent is $3.1 trillion. You know what is called GDP? That means our output as a continent, African continent, is $3.1 trillion. The value of 4 companies in the US is more than Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook is richer than the whole continent. The one that have died and the one that will. You are laughing. It's something that we should cry on. How can 4 companies, the value of 4 companies, be more than the output of all of us as a continent? That's a shame. And we are still looking for the money. How did Amazon start it? How did it start? Vision. How did Microsoft start? Vision. I'm going to show you. So leave money, follow vision. Money will follow you. Money is meant to be a product of, money is a result, is a byproduct, not what you should be pursuing. Have you found anybody that pursues money that makes money? It's not designed that way. Immediately you start pursuing money is a sign of failure. You can't have it. Okay, you thought that Bill Gates woke up one morning and said, call the wife, you know what? Hi, Bill Gates. Want to be the richest man in the world. It doesn't work that way. That's ambition. You start a vision, and the proceeds of the vision feeds you. Vision is like a seed. You put it in the soil. A tree grows out of it. When that tree grows out, there's fruit on that tree. It is that fruit that brings money, influence, recognition, everything that you're looking for. Maybe you know people, your uncles, your people in the environment that has been working for 35 years. What have they been able to achieve? So they think it's by hard work. You don't make money by hard work. You make money by vision. And I'm going to show you shortly. Amen. Do you know why I'm certain that I'm going to be fine? Because life is process. You get it? You are sleeping with somebody without protection. Oh my God. You'll soon be a father. You don't need to pray about it. It's dole. You know, I don't pity people that are pregnant. I can slap your face. You are a young boy, you are pregnant. You are not married, you are pregnant. And you are you mad? When you are doing it, you think that's how to pray? What you are doing, you think that's how to pray? Eh? No, you see, when I was even in school, it irritates me. One boy came one day, came to my bed, and impregnated again, and he was looking. I can hit a stone on your head. Do you know why? You are doing something and you are running away for the result of what you are doing. You don't need to pray to have a child. Just do the needful. It's going to come out. So in life, you see, in this part of the world, we just think things. No, it doesn't work that way. Vision. Some of you have mental picture of aircraft, beautiful. You have vision boards. It's mental picture. Well done. The component of the work you have to do is vision. It's not going to just go to happen to you like that. What are you going to do? There's a doing thing there. There's a doing part there. Vision is a verb, not a noun. Verb is an action word. You sleep. Okay, I see your mansion in Katape. You will die. Nothing will happen to you. Because vision. And I'm going to show you as we go. Now, let's look at examples of vision. Jesus Christ. Now, look at Jesus Christ, our perfect theology. Look at when he came to the world. He said what? What is his vision? To preach the gospel to the poor. Healing to the brokenhearted. To preach deliverance to the captive. Recovering of sight to the blind. To set at liberty they that are bruised. Did he do it? Everything Jesus did, and that was how his influence came. You love influence. You are not doing anything. How will you get it? This was Jesus' vision. Clear stepped out. If you are not poor, God is not saying to you, okay, you went to the poor, you are blind, receive your sight. He has precision where he's going. Now, let's look at the next person. Jack Ma. What he said? My vision is to build. Now, my question is that what are you building? Every young person must be building something. Is that you are building a ministry? Is that you are building a business? Is that you are building a career? You must be building something. You can't live your life like that. You must be building something. And this is the building age you are in. You should be building something now. So that in the next 25, 30 years, what you have built, we should take care of you. You can't plant a tree today. You plant a cocoa tree and it's going to feed you tomorrow. No. You have to plant for... Now, cocoa, my grandfather had cocoa. He's dead, my grandfather. The cocoa is still taking care of people alive. So at this age, you should be building something. If I ask you, what are you doing? Oh, Mr. Jide, I'm building. That should be what you are not. You don't say, I'm looking for a job. Even though you are looking for a job, that looking for a job, you are looking for it as part of what you want to build. You see, don't look for a job because you are looking for money. Look for a job where you can stay in that environment and learn what they are doing so that you can deploy what they are doing also in your own vision. So they are paying you. They are paying you to learn. So you should be an apprentice in a job, not looking for money, building your own capacity. So in 5 years, I had a friend. He told himself, I'm going to work for 5 years. And after 5 years, I'm going to set up my own. That's what he did. He went there, he learned the ropes in 5 years. After 5 years, he resigned, and he started his business in this town, and he was successful. If you don't stay there until your bum is red and they pursue you, learn the rope and go and set up your own. That is how some of us are mentally lazy. You want people to feed you to the rest of your life. No, get the ropes, get the knowledge, go and establish your own, and that's how it works. Jesus was not there all the way. He showed his disciples, and he left the scene, and he left everything to them. He said, the works that I do, and greater work shall you do. I'm living. That's how it's meant to be. Sadly, people will work for 35 years. They will give them a placard, a wristwatch. 35 meritorious years of their life. They will give them a wristwatch, a perfume. And their salary and their pension in Nigeria, they won't pay again. See if somebody has given her whole or his whole 35 years serving somebody, and at the end of the day, is living in poverty and penury. I'm not saying all of us must start something. You can be a part of a team building something, but make sure you are building something. Or you are part of what? Something being built. Now, he said, this guy's business started in his house with a wife and few guys. He said, my vision is to build an e-commerce ecosystem that allows consumers and business to do all aspects of business online. And that's what he did for so many years. Nobody heard about him. Nobody knew him. And then, as of today, he has 31.4 billion US dollar. How much is a car? How much is Range Rover? How much is private? that this guy cannot buy. What everybody is dying, waking up by 4, coming by 10, this guy will buy it with ease. He will buy 5 cars. What is 5 cars? But when he was building, nobody saw him. What are you building? My vision is to build. What are you building? Bros, leave this thing. Maybe we'll hustle money. That's how you'll be hustling till you die. Your clothes will not pass 5. Because people that are hustle before you, go and look at them. Did they still make the money? This is how to make the money. This is how to make the money. How do you make the money? Vision. What is the reward? Plenty billion US dollars. Another person, Bill Gates. Look at the vision. A computer on every desk, at work and in every home. Bill Gates thought about GBF. There are 2 computers on the desk, even when we were not born. Computers were called mainframes in those days. They are as big as this building. That guy saw that, can we shrink it? And that was what they did. Today, 104 billion US dollars. How many hustle can you hustle in your lifetime? I can give you that kind of amount of money. Guys, I want us to think. Even though they give you 5 million naira every month as salary, can you raise this amount of money? And this is what guys are just using to play. And then you have been fasting and praying and tearing yourself, hustling. Guys, be wise. I'm showing you the power of vision. I have my own. I'm already doing my own. I'm already in my own process. So he said, Mr. Jide, we don't see your private jet. Don't worry. Just relax. People can be insulting Dairu for 5 years. But after 7 years, nobody is permitted to insult Dairu again. You can be insulting my Dairu now, no problem. After 7 years, they don't burn you again. Because I have my own 7 years. Like you also have your own. What are you building? What are you building? You see, you can see that there's only very few of us here. And that is, you are not here by chance. That's God has seen your future. He's already giving you, He's already equipping you for the future. That's why you are here. You are not here by chance. Anybody that comes to Groundbreakers Forum is that God has seen that this guy is going to be great. Let me empower him. So God is giving you the tools and the knowledge and the strategy so that the opportunity comes, you will be well prepared for it. The next person. Now, look at Henry Ford. I will build again. I will build a motor car for the great multitude, constructed by the best material, by the best men to be hired, after the simplest design that modern engineering can devise, so low in price that no man making a good salary will be unable to own one and enjoy with his family the blessing of hours of pleasure in God's open spaces. What is the benefit? 200 billion US dollars. Now, all the hustle that you are hustling, you want to buy a Ford. Do you know it's somebody's name? Do you know Ford is somebody's name? It's not the name of an angel. It's human being like you, Henry Ford. What will be named after you? If you like, go to UTC, go and write your name behind your t-shirt. That is not what we are saying. What we are saying is that people, living or dead, you are dead, your name is still ringing a bell. It's not tormenting the whole street. You say T-babe, T-guy with customized. That's not what we are saying. $20 billion US. How can you also do this one? No, it comes from what? Vision. I will build. I will build. Even the person pray for the miracle money. In his lifetime, he can't touch this. The person impacting it on the life of the person. He won't smell 0.00% of this one in his lifetime. Next. Larry Page. 2 boys. Small boys. What do we say? to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Google. What is the result? 64.6 billion US. What do you want to buy? All these women that are saying they are not treating me well, they're not how much they sell shawarma? I will put you on shawarma for the next 5 years, daily. And the money will not shake. They will do calendar of shawarma for you. Afternoon shawarma, morning shawarma, afternoon, and the money will not finish. Money no reach now. So this kind of money, you will spend, you will die spending. Maybe you will love money, you will die spending it. It's vision. Some of our sisters, if a brother does not have vision, you look at it, find your way. Even though he's 10 feet tall, it's none of your business. The only criteria for marriage is what? Vision. My sister, if a brother does not have vision, it's a no-no. Tell the person that God spoke through me to you that if he does not have a vision, it's a no-no. Don't go and enter into poverty. But you too, do you have vision? Because it takes vision to recognize vision. Amen. So next, our own Barack Obama. Look at what he mobilizing the poor. How can mobilizing the poor make you a president? Because that is what vision does. So mobilizing the poor and giving back to the community. What was the reward? American president. You are talking about American. Let me come down home. Flutterwings. 3 guys. What did they do? Look at their vision. How many of you know flutterwings? Now, what's their vision? To make it easier. Do you see easier now? Coming from the definition of my vision. Vision is anything that will make life easier and better. Now, what is Flutterways doing? Making it easier for Africans to build global businesses that can help and accept any payment anywhere from across the world and Africa around the world. It's around $3 billion US. They are Nigerian. They started very quick. I think 2016. Vision. What are you making life? What will you do to make life easier for people? Begin to think about it. You have it. It's there with you. Leave yourself first. Leave yourself. I know you need clothes. I know you need rent. I know you leave that one first. Focus on other people and see whether all those your things will not be taken care of. Jesus told his disciples, he said, seek first the kingdom of. He said, all other things that everybody is looking shall be added. Vision will take care of your needs. Vision is meant to give you money to finance your dreams. That's how it's meant to be. Because all those things you are dreaming is money that will bring it. You want to do a selfie in the Bahamas. You don't need anything past money. There is nowhere you want to go to. It is money that you need. So where does the money come from? It comes from the vision. So vision is meant to fund your dreams. So you don't fund your dream by big pictures in your corners of room. You just die staring at them. Vision is meant to provide the money that will drive and take care of your dreams. No matter dreams you want to have. You want to have a house beside the lake. Vision is going to take care of that one. Let's look at sources of vision. I don't want you to come here and go back the same. My question is that you should be angry now as I'm talking. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What is my vision? What will I do to make life easy? See, in the next meeting, we're going to be looking at how to convert vision. So there's a lot, the process of vision, how to convert vision, how to monetize vision. Those are the things we're going to be looking at because a long teach. Because the essence of Groundbreakers is to raise visionary leaders. Is to raise what? Godly and visionary. So if you don't want to be visionary, you want to use 40 years to build a house 2 bedroom, very close to Massacre. When they get to Massacre, they will now still take another bike of 30 minutes to get to your house. If that is the life you want to live, you don't come here. This place is not for you. It's a waste of time to you. This place is for people that wants to impact their world, that want to change them. And that's why we're not playing now. Everybody just wants to jolly, and you think jolly it doesn't work that way. We want to impact our world. We want to improve our people's life. We want to make life easier for people. So that's why we're building visionary men. Please, go back to do you know, going to school is not a big deal. If you go to university, maybe in 1925, that's a big deal. University now is not a big deal. It's not a big deal again. I tell you, university in 1930 is a big deal. When them, like my father, graduated from university, people hired drums. You know all those drums. They went to the edge of the city. They were beating the drum to receive the son that is coming from the university. If you say you are the graduate, everybody, so what? It's not a big deal again. But in 1930, in 1940, if you are a graduate, a whole community will come and welcome you to the village. Time and season have what? Have changed. So, number one, God. God is the source and the only source of every genuine vision. Devil does not give vision. He doesn't have the capacity. From the definition of vision, it is only God that can give it. God is a giver of what? Vision. And there's a way God used to give vision. Number one, now let's look at this. He can give you to you directly by talking to you. He did it to Moses. Through the burning bush, he talked to Moses. He said, I have heard the cry of my children. I want you to go and execute it. That was direct what? Vision. God was telling Moses to go and deliver the children of Israel, and he told him audibly. For some of us, God will not talk to you like that in vision. We have a lot of people, when you hear God spoke to me, you think it's about ministry and church. No, God speaks to all of us. And I'll show you how. So there's what we call direct voice from God telling you to go and do something. Example is what? Moses. Now, let's look at another way that God can do it. He can give you a vision by a burden. You will have a burden. What is called a burden? You won't be able to sleep over a particular matter. That is, God is calling you in that area to do something in that area. We're looking at sources of what? Vision. First is God giving you directly. He can tell you in a dream, like our father in the Lord, he had Bishop Oyedepo, he said he had a vision. God spoke to him. That one day is God talking to you, directly. But the one that most of us will have is called, what is called burden. You will have a burden. Now let's look at an example of a burden. Now, vision is a conception that is inspired by God in the art of human. Every vision is inspired by God, and God puts that burden on your heart. I know somebody that today, if they say they are going to orphanage, he will be the first person to come, gather all the things. If they say they should do another thing, that person is not interested. He's just interested about orphanage. It's the burden. It's God that kept it. It's not all of us that is interested in orphanage. Somebody will just be interested in a girl child. He wants to do something. It's a burden. It's God that kept it there. Now, let's look at it. For it is God who works in you to will one and to do in order to fulfill. You would think you are the one that just love orphanage ministry. It's a lie. It's God that is laying it in your what? Your heart. It's not me that wants this GBF. It's God that is causing it to happen. It is, the Bible says, it's God that makes you to want. You will, first of all, and to do what? To do of whatever he wants to do. So it's the burden. The burden will be there. Now, let's take an example of this. See, I'm teaching. This is not preaching. I'm teaching. So you are meant to go home and work with this knowledge. In the next 25 years, 20 years, we should be the big names in the world. If we will. I'm already doing my own. I'm teaching you how to start your own. Do you know, if you read the story of Nehemiah now began to go back and want to go and rebuild the wall. In that, where did you see God there? That God told Nehemiah to go and do that thing. How did it happen? A body. Who brought the body? God. It was in a cool place. It was in a comfort. But God, despite your comfort, God will bring a body. And that body is pointing you to where you are meant to go. He went there, he rebuilt the wall of Jerusalem, and he eventually became the governor of Jerusalem. Yeah, he became the governor. He wasn't going there to become governor. He just wanted to build the wall. He had the burden for his people. Vision is powerful, my brothers and sisters. It's good to hustle, I know, but calm down. Hustle will not take you far. The journey is far. The journey is far. How many hustle do you want to hustle to buy a private jet to be flying around the world? You can't walk. Can't walk. It just have to be vision. You want to be global. I've told you, the pathway is vision. Next. The next one is passion. There's a reason why God kept that passion there. The passion is an internal energy placed there by God. We are not passionate about the same thing. Some people are passionate about law. Some people are passionate about medicine. We are not passionate about many. Some people, you will not do certain job, even though they are going to give you 1 million per day. It will bore you to death. And sometimes you will, how are you guys doing it? Passion is a signal to what God has called you to do. T.D. Jakes said something. He said, if you don't find your purpose, find your passion. Your passion will ultimately lead you to your purpose. Your passion is there for a reason. It's not a mistake that you are passionate about that thing. It's not a mistake that you are passionate about GBF coming here. There's a reason why you are coming here. God is equipping you for the future He has designed you for. He's equipping you. He's giving you the right tools and the right strategies in here. How many of you remember what Deji said in the last meeting? They called him for an interview of leadership. And he was just talking. Where did he get it from? Here. And nobody. He was the only one that applied for the job and he got it. If you don't need groundbreakers, God will not bring you here. I tell you. The reason why you come here, you even heard about groundbreakers, is because groundbreakers is important for your journey. Trust me. If you don't come, I won't bring a gun to you. But I know that anybody that is here, there is nobody that has been diligent to groundbreakers from since we started, that their life has remained the same. I don't know one person that has been consistent here. I don't know one person that has been consistent in GBL, that their life has remained the same. I don't know one person. Was it the person that I met that would have loved scholarship to study on to PhD? I can give you a count experience for you. You see, the reason why you are here is because there's something here that you need in the future. If you don't need this place, trust me, God will not bring you here. Don't take it for granted. Everything I've told you about vision today, please go back with the praying. Ask God, God, where do you want me to deploy? Where do you want me to cast my net in the ocean of life? Be strategic about this prayer. You have looked at people that have gone ahead of you. They are still frustrated now. You shouldn't also be following that line of frustration. Life, you can be successful by calculation. Success does not happen by chance. No. If some people have succeeded, you too can succeed. That's why I brought Jack Ma, I brought Bill Gates, I still brought Dairo from Kano. It's not that what Mr. Jide is America. It happens in America. I brought Kano version for you. Dairo does not need too much in life. His basics has been taken care of. And if he continues, God will begin to open bigger doors for him. Ladies and gentlemen, what is your vision? What are you building? Every young person must be building 3 things in your life. It's either you are building a business, you are building a ministry, or you are building a career. If you are doing anything outside those 3 things, you are wasting your youthful life. You should be building something at this age, at this time. My question to you, what are you building? Yeah, you are still in school, I know. After school, what do you want to build? You should know what you're going to be building now. Is it a career? Is it a ministry? And it's vision that helps you break that. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you for listening to me.